Get ready to match the stars. Bob Barker, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Reilly, Arlene Francis, Richard Dawson, and Fannie Flagg as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 75. And now here's the star of Match Game 75, Gene Rivers.
Thank you. Johnny Olson, how are you? How are they? Good. How are you?
Fine. How are
Yes,
you?
ma'am. I'm very well. Thank you for asking.
Now,
Yes.
didn't I tell you to wear a nice, smart scarf with that and not bother with a tie with your casual outfit?
That shirt is very sharp with that outfit.
Sorry,
the
Mom.
tie's great.
Dayton,
Honestly.
Dayton, bring the ascot out. I'll change on stage. No,
Not everything.
no, just
This
the
is
ascot.
fabulous. Garbo talks, Jolson sings, and now Gene changes. Right here on this stage. What history. History's been made.
Now let's say hello to Carol Bartos and Debbie Shinholster. How are you, Carol?
Fine.
How do you feel?
Great.
Have you spent the money in your head yet?
Oh, I
Listen, I
spent
gotta
it
find out
over and
about
over.
this. No, not when I know. So I saw the picture. She has a little locket on which she wears on her finger here, and it's a picture of her child inside there, and it's very attractive. But you are holding she has a talisman here. Can you get a close up of that, Mark Breslow?
Would you tell us?
Yes. It's a
Those of us that can't see.
It's a little piece of blue paper. Well, you tell us about it, Carol.
It is the corner of a card that won a lot of money for your all-time big winner, and she gave it to me for luck.
Oh, isn't that nice? What was her name?
Janet Finn.
Oh, yes. She's right here. How much did she win?
She won.
Oh, you're the one who won $18,000. Oh, yes. And it's working for her because she already has $8,450. So it is working. Hang on to that. Okay. Now, Debbie, you've had your first round question, and you did unusually well with it. The first rounders are a little more difficult, but you did match 3 of our celebrities here, and your first rounder will come up in a moment and see how you do with that right after we see about this. Carol, would you hold my microphone for just a second, please?
I certainly will.
While I just very quickly take this pin off here. And, Brett doesn't like the way I look, so what the heck?
I'll cancel the reservations in Encino.
Yes, naturally. I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to look the way Brett wants me to look here. What'd she say? She said take it all
Yes.
off? Get her number, John. Well, I don't have a mirror. How does that, Carol?
You look lovely.
Thank you.
Look.
Let me look. Well, I'm gorgeous. Thank you. All right, shall we carry on? I will push this button, reveal your first round question, and everybody plays, and it goes like this. King Arthur said, he says, that Sir Lancelot sure is flashy. He just bought a new suit of armor from General Motors, and it has blanks on it. That's what King Arthur said. He says, that Sir Lancelot sure is flashy. He just bought a new suit of armor from General Motors, and it has blanks on it. Very easy one.
Very easy one.
Oh,
Who's
it's
that?
very easy. Now just think of the ingredients. Sir Lancelot,
Sir
flashy,
Lancelot, flashy.
dresser, you know.
Oh, I've
He
got
bought
it.
a suit
Oh,
of
it just
armor from
takes me a
General
minute.
Motors. You remember them? And it has blanks on it.
We all remember General Motors.
Yes. Yes, you got the idea. Yes. All right. Charles, we're waiting for you.
Captain Kangaroo has to take care of his animals first.
Hey, listen, how come they never asked all of us? I'm just stalling for time while you're getting your brain to work. Oh, I was
That'll
gonna
never
say.
happen.
You know, we ought to do sometime. We all ought to say,
Good morning,
good morning, Captain. Good morning, Cassie.
Good morning.
I say good morning. Good morning. And how come they don't ask us to do that? Isn't that on CBS? Yeah. Yeah, all right,
They don't
well...
like the way you do it.
Okay, we ain't gonna do it.
my
Yeah.
hat if it's going to
Yes.
cause all this trouble.
Would you get a little neater here? You're very sloppy with your clothing. Now, this is yours. King Arthur said, "That Sir Launcelot sure is flashy. He just bought a new suit of armor from General Motors, and it has blanks on it."
I'm having a hard time with that.
You
one.
are?
Yes.
You've had all this time to think about it. Now, think about the ingredients. General Motors, Sir Launcelot, a flashy dresser and all that, and it has blanks on it. Before the buzzer sounds, you must say something.
Push buttons.
Push buttons on the suit of armor. Wait a minute. There was one button here and one button here. That's not a bad idea. What do you say?
I say that on my own show, I'm always very careful not to offend a contestant. But since this is not my show, I can say, Carol, that was a lousy answer. My answer is tail fin.
Tail fins is a good answer. Tail fins is excellent.
Tail fins is
may
good
I
answer.
remind you that
Yes.
it is my prerogative as the host of this show to say it's a lousy answer.
But you said it was a good answer.
No, I say tail fins is a good answer.
That's what you're a host of
but
good
it's my
taste.
prerogative to say to Carol it's a lousy answer.
You're losing
So you
your
butt out, Bob.
Well, would you please tell Carol that was a lousy answer?
That was a lousy answer.
There
Carol.
you are.
Now, what have you got here, my dear?
I'm so glad Carol won all that money, aren't you?
That's right.
Because she's on her way. Oh, you teach.
Don't tell her, right?
Lancelot was very flashy, and it was a touch of the tomboy in him.
Yeah.
So he just had a lot of sequins put on.
Sequins!
Sewed on.
All over.
All
Terrific,
over suit
yes.
of armor.
Okay.
Don't do that.
General, he just bought a new suit of armor from General Motors, and it has blanks on it.
Well, I went another route, Gene. I went a protective route, safety. You know what
Yes,
I mean?
what?
If you're an armor can be dangerous.
Right.
You know, in battle. So I chose a bumper. I know I would pick a bumper.
Bumper, yeah, of course. What route did you go, Arlene?
Well, you said flashy, and when you say flashy, you mean lights, headlights.
is the answer. Boy, I really laid it out as far as I could for you, Carol. Headlights, General
Sorry
Motors.
that
Yeah.
Brett revealed General Motors' secret for next year, bringing out a sequined car.
Oh, yes.
That wasn't supposed to break until next month. I said headlights.
Headlights, it is. Now, did you do the thing we expected of you?
No.
No?
No, I said spoke wire wheels. But I misspelled it.
Spock wire.
Spock. Dr. Spock is now making wire wheels. He stopped
Oh.
writing books and all that.
What is that, an E?
S-B-O-K-E.
Okay.
All right. So, at the end of round one, we got 3-0 in favor of Debbie. And now, Debbie, we go to round two and ask you to make a selection.
B, please.
B, 3 people participate: Charles, Richard, and Fannie. Dave said,
Me, I don't write either.
you don't write. Charles, Richard, and Fannie participate.
Oh, pardon me. I thought you said Charles Richard.
You must listen.
I do, but my hearing aid sometimes
Oh,
conks
all right,
out on me.
yes. New battery. New battery. Technician, get a new battery for Brett there. Dave said, my blind date was really a dog. When I arrived to take her out, she met me at the door with a blank in her mouth.
Oh, I like that question. I could have snapped up an answer for that. in a
That's an
minute.
easy one, right?
What? I see that green.
Oh, wait a minute.
Misspelled that, didn't you?
When you're finished. Okay. All right. That's all right. Do you want to neaten that up a little and neaten it up and do it there so they can read it when you hold it up. All right. Okay. Now we come to Debbie. Ready? Dave said my blind date was really a dog. When I arrived to take her out, she met me at the door with a blank in her mouth.
Bone.
A bone! The audience is applauding Bone. Charles, you are first.
That don't bother me none.
They don't? You didn't think
I
Bone.
thought of Bone. I'm sorry, dear. I thought of Bone, but we are going out. Now,
Yes.
if you're going to call on her and eat something in the house, then she would have a bone. But if you're going out, she would have a leash in her mouth, the dog.
A leash in her mouth. That's what dogs do.
Those 9 people who adored that, I'll send an individual.
I arrived to take her out. She met me at the door with a bone in her mouth.
No, I'll drink to that.
Okay. Why do you look so discontented?
Pardon?
Why do you look so disconsolate?
Well, because I wrote newspaper.
Oh, that's why.
See what movie they were going to.
Oh, yeah, to see what movie they were going to, right. If you're going to, listen, they was, all together, give her a little boo. Boo. All right. We will next do something from Brahms or Mozart, a cappella. Are you ready for it? No. What we're going to do next is do a little commercial business, and then we're going to see how you do. You need 4 to tie, 5 to win. Hurry right back. Here we go. Shall we carry on? Last chance, Carol.
Okay.
Got to match 4 to tie, 5 to win.
Okay.
Ralph said, "My wife has figured out a new method of birth control. Just before she comes to bed, she eats blank."
Got it?
Just before she comes to bed, she eats blank.
Wish I'd thought of that before I had all those children.
Okay, everybody's ready. Carol Bartus, Ralph said, "My wife has figured out a new method of birth control. Just before she comes to bed, she eats
Garlic.
garlic," she says. Do you eat garlic, Bob?
Well, that's
Tell
a
us
different
about
program.
you. Yeah, it is.
The answer was garlic?
Garlic is the answer she gave.
Well, as a matter of fact, on occasion it will work. Garlic is the
okay.
answer.
4 to 1 the score at this moment. Now, Brett.
It only don't work, dear, if you both eat garlic. Garlic.
All right. 4 to 2 the score. What do you say, Charles? That's 3. 4 to 3 the score. A clove of garlic?
Well, no, garlic doesn't agree with me, so I ate onions.
Onions.
So sorry.
Okay.
Oh. There's
okay.
a rotten
4 to 3 the score at the
apple in every
moment.
barrel.
Onions is for stopping kissing.
Oh.
Not babies.
Oh, I see.
Garlic.
Garlic will stop there. High score. 1 more clove of garlic, Carol, and you will have increased your winnings. Now, Fannie, it's up to you.
Hi, hon.
Hello there.
You know what?
What?
The reason I gave this answer, Brett wears a big old thing of it around her neck.
Yeah.
Garlic.
Garlic it is. Here we go again. Well, little girl, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank
You are a youthful, marvelous-looking young lady, isn't she? Debbie Shinholzer, we're delighted to have met you. We've got gifts for you. Goodbye. Okay, Carol, have another go at it now. You got $8,550. You can win over $5,000 additional here, which would give you a pretty good bundle. Let's find out what happens here. We polled the recent studio audience and got their best response to this. Blank shield. S-H-I-E-L-D. Remember, you get $500 if you match that answer, $250 for the middle, and $100 for the bottom. Whom do you call on?
Richard.
Windshield.
Windshield.
Fannie?
Have you got one, Fannie?
Pardon?
Have you got one? Blank shield.
I'm sorry, were you speaking to me?
Yes, Fannie.
You know, the thing that I think of whenever I'm hurt, Blue Shield.
Blue shield.
It just came to me.
That's the medical plan. Yes,
Just
of course. That's 2 you now. 1 more.
Charles.
They're given already.
Got that one.
It stinks. I have one that's worse. Silver Shield.
What does that mean?
That's an old series I did 4 years ago. I was on a horse. Perhaps you remember it. Silver Shield.
Silver shield.
It was
Silver
terrific.
Shield.
I wore a scarf
Yeah.
and a hat very similar to this one.
Yes. You rode a white horse. You had an Indian companion,
Yes.
right?
And they changed it to a woman.
And so you have
Yes,
a
fine. Silver Shield. I mean, it's not that a big a word. Forget about that.
silver shield is Charles' contribution. Windshield from Richard and blue shield from Fannie. What do you want?
Windshield.
You want windshield? Okay. Now we'll find out if windshield is up there, and if so, where. Let's begin down at the bottom and reveal the $100 response. Sword and shield.
What a poetic group we
Yes,
had.
it is a very poetic group. Sword and shield. It's a medieval
Boy, that gets
thing.
a big applause.
Yes, it sure do. There. We are looking for a windshield. Let's see if it's under the $250 response. Blue shield. There's Fannie's answer. All right. Last chance for the windshield. Here's the $500 number. Windshield it is. You got it. Now you got $9,050. You're just $50 away from breaking the $10,000 mark, and now you're going to play for $5,000. If you get that, you will be well over $10,000. Whom do you call on to match exactly here? One celebrity.
Richard.
Okay, Richard, you get set. Here we go. Carol is facing me, and this is it, worth $5,000. Wheat blank. That's W-H-E-A-T blank. Wheat blank. Okay. He's finished. Now, Carol, we ask you to come up with an answer which will match his. And how do you respond to that? Wheat.
Wheat germ.
Wheat germ. Rather weak applause, I would say. You eat wheat germ?
I will after this.
Whether it matches or not.
Whether it matches or not.
You start eating wheat germ.
Right.
What's
Wheat
good?
germ and garlic.
Wheat germ and garlic, right. Good source of vitamin B complex in wheat germ.
Okay.
That'll be $20 for the medical advice there. All right, she says wheat germ will match you for $5,000. Richard, what do you say to that?
Wheat germ for everybody.
You got $14,050. Congratulations. And while she's getting it together, we'll spin this message for you. It sure is. We're ready to carry on. Are you ready to carry on?
Why not?
All right, let's carry on by welcoming Sandy Pound. How are you?
Fine.
Sandy, tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
I live in Morro Bay.
Burbank.
Morro Bay.
Where?
Morro Bay. I was
Morro
born in
Bay.
Burbank.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm the mother of one husband and 3 boys and a whole lot of
Now,
animals.
wait a minute.
You're the mother.
Hold on there, Sandy. You said you were the mother of 1 husband and 3 boys?
Yes.
You mean that?
Oh, he needs a lot of mothering.
Matriarchy in your household?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's all right. Nothing wrong with that.
And I'd like to win so I could run away from home.
Oh, all right. Well, we're going to see what we can do about that. You want A or B, Sandy?
A, please.
A?
We'll certainly do our best,
Yes.
Sandy.
Little lady wants to win a lot of money so she can run away from home. One prisoner said to the other, he says, "Hey, see the size of that new guy in the chain gang? Oh, he's big. He's so big, he took his ball and chain and he's using it as a blank." That's how big this new guy is in the chain gang.
I guess we better have it again over here to these 2
This
kids.
new guy in a chain gang, he is some big. He's so big he took his ball and chain and he's using it as a blank. What do you think of that?
Oh, I
He's
get
big.
that one.
I mean, he is big.
Oh, good.
Close enough. Okay. I stepped on your mirror for good luck. All right, now Brett's ready, so we'll come over here and call on Sandy Pound. One prisoner said to the other, he says, "Hey, do you see the size of that new guy in a chain gang? He's so big he took his ball and chain, he's using it as a...
Yo-yo.
As a yo-yo." What? Yo-yo. Yo-yo. Bob, what are you saying?
I'm much too young to remember them, but my grandfather had a watch fob.
A watch fob. Yes, indeed. That's good. All right, Brett.
Don't boo, because you get all tuckered out. I said a ping pong ball. I don't have no comment on
Rotten.
it.
Okay, Charles.
In keeping with a long line of crummy answers, key ring.
Key ring. Arlene, show us your crummy answer.
Well, he was terribly feminine, even though he was big, so he wore it as a necklace.
A necklace. Simple little piece. Yes,
Even
Richard?
more feminine than you think. Wore it as an earring.
An earring. He was big. Fannie?
Bracelet.
Bracelet is good.
Yo-yo was
Sorry.
terrific answer.
Very terrific
That's
answer, Sandy, but not one match. However, we'll see how you do with your first round question, which is a little more difficult. So you hurry right back. You were just dandy. No, you were terrific. No, absolutely.
Watch Tattletale.
Oh, watch Tattletale.
I'm not on it, but they always have good people.
That's right, indeed. That follows us here on CBS over most of this station. Gene Rayburn here. Join us next time for Match Game 75. Goodbye.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game 75. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.